Welcome to my channel, Gadgets for Gentlemen. Today I'm going to review a very special watch. This is the Mirvaine Diver watch, which is a watch from the 1970s. It is made in Brazil and the company went bankrupt. What does this mean to you? For just about $10, you can buy yourself a high quality quartz movement watch that looks very remarkable and very similar to the Rolex Submariner. 50 meters water resistant and a very beautiful design. In this video I will review both the version made for men and the one made for the ladies. So let's have a closer look. As you can see here, I put the watch on a NATO strap because the metal bracelet it originally came on is not of the highest standards. So I find this NATO strap to be much more comfortable. So the great thing about this watch is it has a date function, which is done very nicely. Overall, the watch feels very symmetrical and very balanced. As you can see here, we have a rotating bezel, which you can use if you want to count the time. And we can see applied lume dots and hour markers done very nicely. Let's take it out here. As you can see, I put it on a Bond NATO strap. I think this one I purchased it from Watch Gecko, and yeah, I'm very happy about this watch strap. Here we can see the crown, which is a screw-in crown, which means it adds some level of water resistancy. We can see the Mercedes hands, similar to the Rolex. As I said, there's also a version of this watch for women. It's exactly the same watch, but slightly smaller. And this is the original metal bracelet it came on. You see, very pretty. Let's look at the bracelet. What we see here is a few micro adjustments, which I really like. It means you can easily find the proper fit for your wrist. So if it's too small, you can easily put this pin, for example, in another hole and find the right size. We can see an easy, a simple clasp. We can open it like this. And here we have the watch. Let's have a look at the back. As you can see, the back of the case looks very similar to the one of the Rolex Submariner. And we can see some details here on the back. Not too much information. No logos or whatsoever. Yeah, I would say the bracelet is all right. Right here we can see some drilled holes on the bracelet, which means you can easily take out this metal bracelet and replace it with another bracelet or a NATO strap. So for this review I'm wearing the CWC G10 British military field watch, and you can find a hands-on in my other videos. So let's go back to the subject at hand. Here we have the Mirvaine diver's watch for men, and here we can see the bezel, which we can rotate, and you can hear the clicking sound when we rotate it. I must say it feels pretty stiff. It's not the cleanest of all bezels that I tried. For example, the one of my Seiko SKX is much smoother, but yeah, you can buy this watch for only $10, so that's very cheap. And again, the back of the watch. What I want to show now is the dimensions of these two watches. So let's have a slightly closer look, and we can see the watches are identical, just in matter of sizes they're a bit different. So let's start with the man's watch. Let's have a look at the case width. Including the crown, we're dealing with 44 millimeters. Without the crown, yeah, I would say we're dealing with about, without the crown, we're dealing with about 38 millimeters. That's the case width. So I'm wearing this watch on a 20 millimeter NATO strap that fits perfectly. So the lock to lock distance is about 47 millimeters. Overall, I think, especially compared to the Rolexes of these days, this is a very moderate size dive watch. So let's have a look at the thickness of the watch. Because it's a quartz movement, you can already see it's not that thick because of the battery. It lacks the automatic movement, so it's not very thick. Let's have a closer look. The thickness is only 13 millimeters, which is quite good for a 50 meters water resistant watch. Now let's proceed with ladies' watch. We're dealing here with a thickness of only 12 millimeters. That is even thinner than the man's watch. Case dimensions of only 33 millimeters, which is very small. Including the crown, we're dealing with 36 millimeters. The size of the bracelet is about 16 millimeters. The lug width. Lug to lug distance, we're dealing with about 38 millimeters, which is not a lot. To conclude, for only $10, you can buy yourself a watch that is very pretty, that looks remarkably similar to the Rolex Submariner. Japanese quartz movement, very reliable. 50 meters water resistance. It comes on a, I would say, average metal strap without a signed crown. I would advise to throw out the metal strap and put your watch on a NATO strap, something like this, something that matches your taste. I think it looks pretty nice on a gray NATO like this one. As you can see, when we put it on a NATO strap, and you can buy these NATO straps almost anywhere. This is the one from Watch gecko. It's called a Zulu Diver. It's a pretty good quality. It's not the cheapest, but it's all right. And you can see here within, I would say, 1 minute, you can easily replace the strap and have a completely new watch. So I ordered this one on eBay. I'm not sure if they are still available. I hope you like this video. I apologize for the light conditions. It's already pretty dark out here, and we are just improvising with the light. So once again, the Mirvaine dive watches, one for the ladies, one for the men. I think a true bargain for the watch enthusiasts. If you look for a watch for the weekends, something that can use a beating, don't look further. If you find this video useful, then please hit the like button, leave a comment in the comment section, and I hope to see you soon in my other videos.